what was the point of like, shit, man, I gotta end this insanity? Because it sounds like at this point in time in your life, like all this insane stuff's going on. You're losing jobs. Um, I mean, I know your uncle, right? So I know
Yeah.
he fired you,
Yep.
right? I know, I know that you're losing self-respect from your family. You're not doing all this stuff, so you're hitting rock bottom. Um, what was that turning point where you were like, yeah, man, I got to do something different?
Yeah, for sure. So the first part of where I actually wanted to get clean, because like I said, when I graduated high school, like I was the perfect kid. Like my uncle would have told you that he would have lost his life betting that if there's nobody that did drugs, it would have been me. And that just goes to show you that it can happen to anybody.
Yeah.
But the where I first wanted to get clean for myself was I actually shot one of my best friends with a 22 long rifle in the leg. And like it wasn't just a graze, like it went in the thigh, came out the thigh, took a chunk out of the calf on the other leg.
Hmm.
Luckily, he was okay. He was in and out of the hospital in like a day. They just gave him some, medications, and he was okay, and he's doing great. And when that happened, they took him to the hospital, and they came and they investigated it all. Because I guess anything with a gunshot, they obviously have to take that
Hmm.
seriously. And of course, I
Yeah.
told him I was like, lied to him, tell him you shot yourself in the leg with this 22 pistol. So he did, and he screwed the story up, which is good, because I shouldn't have gotten away with it. So when they came out to investigate it, I got caught, and I was just losing my mind at this point. Like I thought it was funny, like I was being a jerk to the cops and stuff. Well, and then I knew I was going to get some sort of trouble for it, obviously, but that's when I really sat back like a couple days later because we went to the hospital. They told me to the hospital that night because they're like, "How do you think this is funny that you shot your best friend?" Like, and I just kept, I was like, "It was funny. It's a joke," but I think I was just losing my mind. So they took me to the hospital, and I spent a few days there, and I was detoxed there and got my mind a little bit right, and that's when I was just able to sit back with a drug-free mind and like look at what I've done and what I've become,
Hmm.
how much I've really spiraled out of control. And that's when I was like, yeah, I want to do something about this for the better. So I got put on court supervision, and I had to do some like IOP and stuff.